Testing. Good morning. Let me know that you can hear me. I see you. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like button for me. Where are we at? It's hump day. It's a Wednesday. Shout out to the plug, also known as Drip. Just did a live stream about this Anton versus Keisha doxing situation. Maybe I'll go over that later. Maybe not, but you know. Oh, it's interesting time. So I feel like we're going back similarly. So I'm gonna just get right to it because I do have to work today. Similarly to back when Black YouTube, this part of Black YouTube anyway, had a fit when a lot of content creators supported JPT and came to her rescue, which I thought was bullshit, but you know, they did what they did. And then you know, friendships broke up and people hated Anton then, not as much as they do now, but that definitely was a thing. Shout out to Grape T who commented on that video from way back when. Maybe I'll play it tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. But you already know that I'm just like, you know, coloreds will do whatever it is that they can do to one another, whenever, however, for whatever their reasons are. I don't know. In this case, I personally think, just me, my thought process is that these people are just mad that initially, whatever they was doing in order to be on YouTube, it didn't work out for them. There's a part of Anton's clique or panels and Lapeef and whatever the hell it is that these people was doing. And then he broke off, and then he did whatever he did to become a million on 2 channels, and whatever it is happening on the 3rd one. Got this money, however he got this money, and now they feeling some kind of way because you got dropped off. Everybody can't come. Let me just first say this, right? Everybody can't come. So I just feel like there's a lot of people that don't know shit about money. And I've said that plenty of times. They don't know shit about business, but everybody got a business, right? Everybody is, not everybody, but enough people always pocket watching MFers. You know, Anton is a bragger. I know Anton is a bragger. Let me see that way. He definitely a bragger. Okay. He also long-winded. But you know, with that comes his success. And like I said, when you want to move forward, specifically in corporate America, which is where he came from, he only quit about 1.5 years or so ago, you need to be married. You can try to be the playboy all you want to. You can be out in these streets if you want to. But yeah, what you're not going to do is bring shame and reputational risk to any corporate position. Okay. Now, we seen with Bill Gates, after they said they was getting divorced, that he was seeing his ex-girlfriend or whatever he was a week out of the year, every year, which in addition to that, allegedly, he probably was taking care of her. I mean, he got more money than the Lord, praise the Lord, right? So he could afford to do those things. And that was also one of the things, let me reiterate, that Kevin Samuels used to say, benefits. You're a man with benefits. You got benefits. You know, you're a high value man with exercising his rights or whatever the hell it is that he used to say. Rest in peace to the Godfather, right? And of course, it doesn't go over well with the ladies, but you Sassy Straits was all in for all that. All in. Not all, because we know that there's low testosterone males in this piece. All in. And now, if this should be true, just this stuff about Anton, if it should be true, now everybody's talking about, but you're a Christian. Now all of a sudden you'll want to talk about, oh, you a Christian. All right, y'all, whatever you say. So allegedly, Lakeisha has filed legal paperwork against Anton. And we'll see how this plays out. But this is what I'm thinking. We'll definitely cover it. Let's not get it twisted. But I find it interesting that everybody want to play like they the big dog until the big dogs start barking. I'm gonna just talk about what I just heard about Drip, or on the Plugs channel, I should say. Shout out to him. Hopefully you are getting some rest. But now it's, but I'm a woman. Now it's, what kind of man are you? How could you do this to a woman? Real men don't do that. He must be A, B, C, D. All those alleged men over there in that chat and what they saying about women. And yet I just heard from Drip's live stream was that she over there talking about Anton's kid. Now she has allegedly said that he has a son. We all know he only has a daughter. Well, for those that know, he only has a daughter. And so all the biatches that was in there was, of course, cutting for Lakeisha. But then when Lakeisha over there talking about a minor girl, they ain't had shit to say. So it's only sisterhoodish when you're an adult, or it's only sisterhoodish when you can't stand Anton. So really everything is only based on how you feel and how you feel about said person, not an actual allegiance to anything. That's how I take it. Okay. I could be wrong, even though I'm not, but allegedly I could be wrong, even though I'm not. Because no, how could you do this to a woman? Oh my God, you hate black women. You hate black women. You hate black women. Okay. The Anton hates black women, whatever y'all say, right? Forget his black wife and his black child, but he hate black women. Forget all the black women up on the panels. Forget all the black women that he done had in videos and took here and took there. Oh, but Island Girl Q is light bright. Child, y'all will come up with something out of your ass to justify something that makes no sense whatsoever. Is he hanging out with white women? Is he hanging out with Asians? We all know that we come in all different shades of black. FBA, ADOS, African American, colored, whatever word y'all want to use. We all know we come in all different shades. But now all of a suddenly it's an issue and he don't like black women. I can't recall one time that I've ever seen Anton big up a white woman. Never. I have not seen it. I have not seen it. Now, maybe it is and I missed it. And if that's the truth, then my bad, I missed it. But for the most part, you are absolutely right, Grape Tea. You're absolutely right. There you go. He absolutely did big up her. And I thought that was bullshit and a mistake. Agree. My bad. Thank you, boo. Because I just mentioned that you commented on that video. I might have to do it tomorrow. I totally forgot about it. And said that she was this and she was that. And I was just like, nigga, nigga, when he was doing that shit, along with the rest of them, because that's when they said she summons all these content creators, the black women, to come over there. And I said, I don't know who the fuck y'all think you're talking to. That bitch don't tell me what to do, and then neither do any of y'all. Okay? But I digress. So yes, he definitely did that for her, which was crazy, in my opinion. Now, you know, she's racist, you know, because everybody is racist around this bitch, right? Fine, she's racist. But when he's doing his panels, for the most part, is all black women. When he's over there with child, I don't know their names, child, but y'all know who they are. And as I'm looking back, not necessarily looking back, as things are coming back up in my feed because of the old stuff that I was looking at, that Lapeef show, it looks like many people must have started on Lapeef. Because I see a lot of people and I'm just like, oh, that's where you came from. Oh, that's where you came from. So then they must have went along with him, including a refrigerator who used to be up there on Lapeef's show too.
I don't care. All I care about is my relatives. Let me drive this home. All I care about is a new disrespecting my relative, nigga. That's all I care about, boy. That's all I care about.
So yeah, he was over there too, and a lot of these other people were all over there on Lapeef, which is where it looks like a lot of people started, and then they went their separate ways. I guess they went with Anton or whoever they went with, and it didn't work out. And he maybe dropped them off, or maybe they quit. I don't know what happened with all these people, but their channels didn't go the way that Anton's did. And depending on how you dropped them off, it might not have been nice. But again, you can't be the top dog and be nice in business. Am I saying it's okay? I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's wrong. All I know is that in business, you can't be nice if you want to make it to the top. If you want to grow, if you want to move forward, it just don't work that way. So you can't have the socialist, you can have everything that you want and I care about your feelings. It just doesn't work that way. I'm just saying, for the most part. I'm just saying. Most people you see in the manosphere now came from O'Shea and Rumble and Anton Fight Club and Lapeef. Okay, so there you go. So all these people basically know each other. I don't know these people, not in their bit, because I don't like panels, but I digress. So if they couldn't make their shit work all this time, which is what it seems like, then they may decide to become agents of chaos from what I've seen and from the things that I've heard. So I'll just be difficult and then I'll get known. And there's a lot of people that are known for being difficult. Okay, if that's your brand, then that's your brand. That's what you decided to do. You can't act like that in corporate America and then think you're going anywhere. You just can't. You can't be out here bringing shame to the family name, as I say, or to the business. They're going to get rid of you. If you're not offering any value, they're going to get rid of you. If you're not helping that business to continue to be successful and move forward, they're going to get rid of you. That's how it works. So at the end of the day, since Anton comes from corporate America, he probably has that same thought process. I don't know if he went to college. I don't give a damn. This is some shit that you don't even need to go to college for. You learn it by way of everyday lessons when you work in corporate America. So pretty sure that's how, his business acumen comes from. So you ain't offering no value, you gotta go. You're on the internet crying saying that I ghosted you, you gotta go. You're on the internet crying saying that, you didn't do this for me, you didn't do that for me, you gotta go. You gotta go. You're not bringing any positivity. You're making my life difficult. You're not making my life easier. You're costing me money. People are leaving. You gotta go. You gotta go. Bye. And it's not going to be, I'm going to give you a severance package for 6 months either. You gotta go. Everybody, a lot of people take things personal like that. Oh, we're supposed to be friends. You my boy. How many times have I said, you go to work ain't nobody your damn friend. You go to work, you bring your ass home. You find your own damn friends. And if you find a friend at work, you might can find 1, 2 most. You can't have a bunch of people thinking that they are your friends. Because if they find an opportunity in order to get a step up, a leg up, whatever you want to call it, and it means they got to cut your ass, they're going to cut your ass. If you're trying to get to the top, you're trying to move forward, you're trying to get your career out, you're going to step on some people's toes. And like I said before, you cannot get to the top without being married. But I'm going to just leave that there. You just can't. Argue with your mom. Okay? I know one person. Okay. You don't know 20% of people that's up there that's not married. I'm not saying that they didn't get divorced, but you don't know them when they climbing the ladder and they're unmarried and definitely out here wilding. It just does not work that way. Again, that's corporate America, and that's also typically how business works when you want to deal with other people. So I give you JPT, but for the most part, when you see these panels and you see these people out here, you see Black women. But forget all that, right? Forget all that. If you have a problem now with Anton, you just go out here because you take advantage of the Corey situation, which that's what content creators do. That's what people want to hear. I get it. I understand. You talk about Anton, you talk about Corey, and you talk about Mika. Talk. But with a lot of these people, it sounds personal. Oh yeah, he dropped you off due to business, but y'all want to make it personal. He ghosted me. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. But you can't handle your emotions. That's a you problem. So you make all these hit pieces, you make all these videos, and people come, and you never seen this many people. And I'm not even talking about Lakeisha, because she's been talking about Anton well before this, because I noticed her, because everything she ever did was about Anton for the most part when I saw it. So, but now the jump on since January, now everybody want to air everybody out. Now everybody want to say, but he's a Christian, he's a hypocrite. Oh, okay. Okay. So that's your reasoning? No. Your reasoning is that he dropped your ass off due to business purposes, and now you're feeling some kind of way, and you can't, tell the difference. But that's fine. Roll with the punches. Infer and suggest and do all those things, and poke the bear, and you poke the bear, and you poke the bear, and you poke the bear, and now the bear is responding. And now the bear is responding, and now it's put upon. It's not right. It's not fair. Oh my God, how could you? Blah, 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 blah. Because and when I was in the chat this morning with Drip, I'm like, who proved that that Anton was cheating on his wife? Who proved that? Bueller? Who proved that? Because I hear people saying Anton was cheating on his wife. Child, where that happened? Who proved that? Where the photos at? Where the video at? Since everybody got videos, where the video of that at, child? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, you're inferring that. Oh, okay, my bad. So when you're talking about Rita don't like Anton, where they do that at? Non-married people? Because let me tell y'all something. For those that aren't married, shout out to those who are. You're gonna get on your spouse's nerves, and your spouse gonna get on your nerves, and you not gonna like each other. And you not gonna like each other. Child, if you in a long-term relationship, you probably go through the same thing. But everybody thinks that, especially when you're not married, everybody thinks they know about marriage. Everybody think they know about relationships and ain't got one, ain't been in one, ain't gonna be in one, but know everything about relationships and how it should work and things of that nature. I love when that happens. How could she be married to him with this going on? Again, when we refer back to Kevin Samuels, you don't know what people agree to. You don't know what people agree to in their marriage, let alone their relationships. But everybody know everything. Everybody know everything. How many times have I said everybody up on this damn YouTube and the internet is lying? Everybody is lying. Now all of a sudden we want to hold Anton accountable. They don't ever seem to hold people accountable. They need to be held accountable. Remember that brick lady? Remember that brick lady that was out here? Black men did this to me. Found out that bitch was lying. They still supported that girl. Now she allegedly in jail, can't be on the internet, which I ain't seen her. Now all of a sudden she a victim. Child. Over there in Drip's chat, I heard Lakeisha call that Anton's daughter ugly. But when he called her unattractive, when he was doing his live stream, when he did this alleged doxing, that was a problem. So you a content creator up here on this internet, which we discussed with TLA, and we looked up the YouTube rules, right? And he said, when you're the public figure, you're open to scrutiny, meaning what people say about you. Didn't say anything about getting information. They just said they can talk about you. So it's okay now. And she not hurt, she's okay with all this, allegedly, according to what she was saying. And I'm paraphrasing right now. But none of these gangsters had a problem when Corey did this to the minor kid. Remember? It was all about Anton. So that's why I'm like none of this makes any sense. Oh, the personal stuff. Okay. So when Corey talks about his kid, it's okay. When you talk about his kid, it's okay. But when he talks about you, now we got to be suing. Because allegedly there's a case out against Anton. And what I will say, right, because y'all know I don't rock with many a persons, and y'all know I don't like many biatches, right, is that I don't know Anton personally well. Okay, I'll say it like that. I just don't believe that he's about to crash out and lose income producing YouTube channels that he's worked so hard for over these people. Over these people. I just don't think so. So I know there's a lot of people who don't think, how many times have I said this? They don't think long term. They only think at the moment. They don't think about repercussions. They don't think how things affect other people. There's no thought process for future and down the line called downstream impacts. That's something that we learn in corporate America, right? I'm pretty sure he is covered off on what the heck it is that he's doing. That's all I'm thinking. This is where I'm at with the assessment of the situation. I know some assholes will come through and say it's because you like Anton. I will say I don't dislike Anton. The only person that I cannot stand, which y'all know, is a refrigerator. Because until he proves that I'm a hoe, he could kiss my ass every day of the week. And if he was over here on the ground dying of thirst and I had a whole cup of water, I'm not giving it to him. I said that, I meant that. I don't give a damn if I'm out here public at all. You just out here going. Now imagine if I win and was like, you know what? I'm going to go and open up a case because he said I was a hoe. At the end of the day, child, I don't give a fuck because I know that I'm not. And if I was, what difference do it make to him? I'm not fucking him. So what difference does it make, right? But that's okay. And I'm a woman. Like, I don't play those games though, yeah. But them people over there in Drip's chat this morning, you know, it's like, well, she's a woman. Well, child, ain't his minor daughter a female? Oh yeah, y'all don't care about her. All that matters is as long as Anton look bad. That's why I'm like, these people look crazy, but I digress. All right, so that's my soliloquy for the morning. Let me go ahead and bring this up from last night from the GMS show. Did I tag the right child? Did I tag the right channel? Hold on a second. I don't want to tag the wrong people, child. So, you know, 5150 came on last night. And as per usual, it seems like Corey talked about the same old because he can't move on. Yeah, it's the GMS show. All right, cool. And it seems like he allegedly put out a cease and desist against Poetik Flakko. Shout out to Flakko though. Shout out to Poetik Flakko. So for someone that's not pressed and they don't care and everybody else is wrong and everything that they do is wrong and everything that anybody else does is wrong and it's all wrong, but I don't care, but it's all wrong. You make me sick, but it's all wrong. And I'm still getting gigs, but it's all wrong. And people still rock with me, but it's all wrong. 50-51, what is it? 50-51, 51-50, we in the building. It's all good. So why are we doing cease and desist? Like now everybody want to take all these actions. But when everybody was out here wilding, everything was everything. Now that the bear pokes back, okay, and in this case it's Flakko, now all of a suddenly it's a problem. Interesting how that works. But when you out here talking backdooria on everybody, when you out here saying that you ain't touched that woman, when you out here trying to say that everybody, so the whole world is doing you wrong, but you don't care. Now, all of a suddenly, allegedly, I haven't watched this yet, you care. So let me again shout out the GMS show. Shout out to them for all the work that they do. They have the first video because we may have to see what else happens by the time we come back. Because I'll be back tonight sometime about 6:15, 6:30 EST. Shout out to all of y'all. Hopefully you will make it. Make sure you hit the like button right now. Subscribe if you are new. Get into this daggone chat. We got 75 people up in this bitch. Good morning, y'all. Let's hear it.
Corey Hulcom is taking the full-on legal route against everybody who has some negative things to say about him on the internet, and his sights are set on no other than, you guessed it, Poetik Flakko. Now, we all know Flakko has been dropping major content against Corey lately, and especially after the personal attacks that Corey made against him, he is not letting his foot off the gas anytime soon. And with the way YouTube is set up and commentary, it doesn't seem like Corey will have much of a case when it comes to defamation or anything of the sort. So what he decided to do was send a cease and desist towards Flakko to let him know, hey, you are doing a little bit too much, and also proving the fact that these losers have enough power to spread enough narrative and rhetoric against you that it will start to make you feel like this is a problem. Now, with the way Corey was talking on the 5150 show, it sounds like he was still trying to take sort of the tough guy angle, but making it seem like, hey, I can't go and do something to them in real life, or these people, I won't see them in person, so they won't be able to say these things to me to my face, so I have to take the legal route. I got to be honest, though, that whole tough guy act where you got to make it seem like you're doing something to, you know, low-key try to find somebody, like, yeah, we got to put a cease and desist out on people to find where they at. Well, if something was to happen to these people, no matter who it was that did it to them, the fact that you're on the internet making it seem like you're out there looking for people and doing it in a way of trying to be sneaky enough to be like, yeah, we'll just put out a cease and desist to find their address. You're going to be the first person that any authorities look at when something happens to these people that are just giving commentary about the things that you say publicly.
Interesting. Interesting, but he's not bothered. Last week it was popping. I'm popping. They gotta go after people that's popping. I'm popping. Oh, you popping all right. Oh, you popping all right. Isn't it funny how when the rabbit gets the gun, everybody got a problem? But how many times before this even all started, Corey out here talking about black women, and ain't nobody talking about Corey Hulcom and anything that he's doing. They only can focus on what Anton says, which is why I know that shit is personal. So just let this go, because if this one, as content creators, if any of them are listening, because I know some of them will, as content creators, if you're not going to take a stand like about some shit like this, then that's all of us that will be wrapped up into this. As soon as somebody says that they don't like that you said something about basically what they said. So all we're doing is all Flakko is doing is playing back what he says and says, child, you sound crazy. And I got to see what Cool Keem has said, because he's the one that also has put in a compilation of his. It's called a compilation. That's what we used to call it and used to be okay. Now, all of a sudden, everybody is ass butt hurt about everything. And it used to be you could just put a compilation of things together. So when it's a compilation of biatches, nobody has a problem. A compilation of women saying, oh my God, nobody comes up to us. Nobody talks to us. It's all good in the hood. Oh my God, you looked at me in the gym. How dare you look at me in the gym? You looked at me in the gym. All good in the hood. Now that it's this man, now all of a sudden it's not right. This is what you said. This is what you said. Now all of a sudden it's not right. Now all of a sudden it's not fair. But I thought you wasn't bothered. I thought you was doing good. I thought you was popping. You know that Flakko said that it's his mission. He gonna keep making videos. He gonna keep making videos. And of course I support that. But the unbothered popping man who has talked about everybody in Hollywood, every black person, while telling Anton that he don't talk enough about white men. When last time y'all heard Corey Hulcom talk about a white man, Bueller? Child, when was the last time that Corey talked about white men? He loved the community, yeah. He loved the black community, yeah. And yet, who is he taking down, allegedly? Now cease and desist? After all that about telling Anton that he don't talk about white people enough? I ain't heard this man talk about a white person outside of Harvey Levin, but he mad at him since this shit started. Interesting.
Already had Macca sit on the 5150 show and basically say, hey, if Corey gives the green light, he'll go and do things to people. And then last night, you have Craig, of all people, say, hey, we've gotten phone calls and we know what it's like to have people say, hey, let me go handle that for you. And y'all have to say no. So what kind of
Shout out to the content creators. Make sure you keep focusing on Anton instead of some shit like this. I don't watch this show. So this sounds crazy. If y'all were there last night and y'all can confirm or deny, this is only one person's perspective, no shade against the GMS show. But what in the hell?
What y'all are basically saying is you guys have crash out dummies waiting on speed dial because people on YouTube have critique about you. Now, I can see if people are putting out dangerous and harmful rhetoric about you, but if people are just disagreeing with an opinion you have, it would be crazy to have a crash out on standby over something like that. But it shows a level of sensitivity that these guys really do have when it comes to their names being mentioned out here in these YouTube streets. Now, Flakko, he's definitely going to talk about the cease and desist on his channel at some point if it is something that he really did get. But until that time, listen to what Corey had to say about Flakko and anybody else out there who supposedly lies on YouTube regarding his name. Listen here.
50, the most hated on show by the Backdoria mob ever. They have assembled and they yelling our name. They want us to say their name. Craig, let me tell you something. I know you do a show. Don't say these people's names.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Come up with your name for them. And because people know you, they gonna know who you talk about.
Right.
Don't say these people's name. They got people in court.
Yeah, that's a cold game.
It's the one dude, the tampon dude. He's pretty insecure.
Is he? Oh,
Don't ever say their name. They do coward like send their wife to court, so they ain't got to be in court.
Oh, wow.
It's cold what's going on out here. But we are 5150 show. We are proud to be hated on by all of the I ain't gonna never make it big time bloggers, the Backdoria guys that's been sent after me. Let me tell y'all something, man. There's a lot of y'all people new. I'm not gonna go back and forth with a big sissy. Y'all, if that turn you on, if that make you feel like,
I'm not gonna go back and forth with a sissy, but we doing cease and desist. You're talking about what your algorithm looks like, which we understand the algorithm. But yeah, you're not going back and forth. You're not feeling no kind of way, don't you?
Let the big sissy say what they gonna say. I know the big sissy is banned from Hollywood. I know that, but talking in the safety of where you at. That's why I sent the cease and desist, so I know where you at. This is motherfucking chess. This is not checkers. We gotta know where you at. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we gotta know where you at. Oh, hold on. Let's hear that again. We gotta know where you at. That's what you doing?
It's banned from Hollywood. I know that, but talking in the safety of where you at. That's why I sent the cease and desist, so I know where you at. This is motherfucking chess. This is not checkers. We got to know where you at. You know what I'm saying? You know I know where you at.
Much like when they doxed TLA, allegedly.
Got that cease and desist. But anyway, big sissy, good luck to you with all your hate on the show, all you guys. How many people watch the show? Is that 150,000? I thought it was more than that, but okay, 150,000. So we got to get out. We got to get better as a show. It's only 150,000 people saw it.
Yeah.
Y'all motherfuckers is hilarious.
You know, some people get a feel just on being acknowledged. They feel like they win it.
Yeah, because people will watch. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
People will watch a big sissy be sassy on the internet and talk crazy to a man. Some people like that. They be like, what he gonna do?
Right.
Corey ain't gonna do nothing. Corey is trying to get his money and bring a show that's about something. That's why I'm finna go on here. I got a guest on Zoom. I'm about to put y'all up on some game on a subject that you might speak about,
right,
or that the next person might speak about. And then at the end they say, so what do you think about this? Isn't that like a sellout way of talking about somebody? Because why are you asking everybody what do they think about this? What do you think about this should be the question as you make commentary on somebody.
Right.
There's no way I will let the world give their opinion without me giving my opinion first.
Right.
Because I'm not a coward. Even though some people, their opinion is set up to try to bring down everybody. I am a witness of, I'm going to use Craig for example, and you tell me the same about me.
Right.
I watch Craig's commentary on things that we talk about on this show. Craig isn't always trying to destroy somebody.
No.
That's the reason Craig isn't hiding out in a location in the Dakotas where if you come to a big city and somebody see you, motherfuckers don't be at you.
Right.
That's what.
Is that a dox right there? I don't know who those people are, Grape Tea, but in reference to this, he's basically saying, just like GMS show said, we need to know where you at. That sounds crazy. So you can't even, and I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't in either way, because child, I don't deal with shit like this. I don't know nothing about no shit like this, right? But if you're good, I thought that based off of movies only, you don't let the other side know what you're doing. You definitely don't come to the internet and let the whole world know. If you're so confident in what it is that you're doing, then you kind of should just do it without needing to get what? Accolades from everyone else? Get the approval from everyone else, get everybody on your side, because that's what this sounds like. This sounds like I need people on my side. Why everybody need everybody on their damn side? If you've got confidence in what the hell it is you're doing, then just do it. I'm just saying, maybe it's just me.
What makes them so unrespectable? In fact, if you know somebody lies on somebody, how can you respect them unless you're a piece of shit like them? Lying on somebody is
like when somebody said that they didn't touch no woman, and then the video comes out and shows that that was maybe a lie, allegedly.
Something that our society should be trained like, yo, if this person lies on somebody, that lets you know enough about them where you have to be cautious around them.
Right.
But I feel like our society will let a liar lie just for the entertainment value of it, and it just brings down
Says a liar.
society.
Right.
Somebody say lies get more views for sure. Was it I'm 100 always? Lies get more views for sure. Hey, you know what? I'm not even going to debate that with that whoever that is.
Right.
Lies will get more views, but this is what I'm trying to say. I'm only trying to say this. When you lie on people, you are part of the destruction of society. And if we as a society accept lies as weaponry, then what good are we as a society? I'm just saying.
Now we concerned with society. Now it's about society when it comes to you. But before this, how many people has this man talked about? I can think of Claudia Jordan, of course, Tasha K. Who else? Child, the one that just talked from the Players Club, child. Forget her name. Lisa something. Talked about her. Talked about his own child. All that is okay. But now, again, as soon as the rabbit has the gun, now it's society. This is how society should be. It's not fair. It's not right how this goes. Got it. But this is the poppin' dude. This is the one that got it all going on. This is the one that's in charge. Again, this is the one that had to tell Anton that he don't talk about white people. And this is another pro-black, okay? Allegedly a pro-black that cares about blacks, right? And now, all of a sudden, you're taking down all the blacks because all the blacks is talking about you. Child, whatever. Anyway.
Monkey K should be in hot water.
Oh, Monkey K. Okay, there you go. And specifically talking about, because the sisterhood was sisterhooding this morning. So y'all okay with Corey out here talking about black women? I mean, we know you're okay with the minor black child. We know that. Now he talking about Monkey K. And then it will be some other black woman. But no, that's fine. It's only when it's about Anton is the issue. You see how hypocritical that is? You're either for women or you're not. Since this is not about me. I'm talking about all these people that be over here talking about we care about women. It's all about women when you really don't at the end of the day. Because even though you're not a woman, I'm assuming you really mean female. And I'm thinking we should be caring more about the kids because they are kids. But child, what do I know? Well, let's just let Corey decide what society should be because he's such a great person in society. The way that he's talking about black people, Black YouTube, taking down content creators because he doesn't like what it is that they're saying, or he doesn't like how they feel about things that he said. So it's okay then to talk about the black people that you allegedly care for, that when Anton said SMD, that's really all he heard, even though he said SMD, the black community. So black community, how y'all feeling about all this? I guess this is okay though.
For lying on people all the time. I've watched her lie on me. I've watched her lie on other people. And I'm just saying, I'm just using her as an example because she's in the news right now. You can't go around being a dirtbag lying on people. Now, if you can prove that person lied on you, there are some type of monetary gains from that.
Right.
Especially if they have anything worth standing on.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a person who lied on me this week and they've already been hit with the cease and assist. Because the cease and assist, once again, that's just a cease and assist is to let somebody know, hey, you're taking it too far, woo, 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 in case It's really the step before the next step, so they can't get to court and act like they don't know.
Right. But you know, with them types of people, the whole play is control. They get off on your response. They don't care. They don't have an end game, because everybody who thinks like this eventually plays themselves out. Their whole strategy is to distract.
Child, y'all listening to this man that looks like this? Yeah, I'm talking about what he looked like. Y'all listen to a man that looked like this? Child, now he know everything, knowing that these people are just discovering how YouTube works now. Please.
Annoy and make it feel like they're controlling you.
I tell you what, see.
So their opinions are okay, but Flakko and the rest of the content creators, their opinions are not. So it's okay for them to give their opinions and why somebody is doing something, and this is what they feel good about, and you don't know, and blah, 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 blah. But when someone says something that speaks on Yah, society needs to change for Yah. This is what I'm saying. This is something that, you know, you can hate Anton all you want to, but these content creators need to pay attention to this shit too.
I'm still from a school where if you talk to or about a nigga and you not in his face, that shit don't mean nothing to me. Craig, if you talking about a man and I know he ain't around,
right,
I'm gonna be like, yeah, all right, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I don't like having a lot of people around me, because I know in this new world, gossipy, sassy gay men. Oh,
so he's coming out and saying it directly. So is that defamation? So now, instead of saying Backdooria, he really got it together now, y'all. So instead of saying Backdooria, now he's just going to come out and say sassy and gay, and he's talking about you sassy straights. Now, you know, I call y'all sassy because that's what they call y'all, all right? So now he can come out and say sassy and gay. So shout out to the sassy straights. Y'all get called ABCD whenever anybody has issue. But these are people that people are listening to because they got it all together. They got all the knowledge, right? So they got to come out here and get everybody's cosign on what they did. Because, child, if you did that shit, you did that shit. What you need a cosign for? So tell everybody your business. That's not how people play chess, child. That's how people play checkers. That's why I think, allegedly, I could be wrong, that Anton covered off before he did what he did. But I could be wrong. We'll see. But this sounds crazy.
Can get the attention of the average person in public now. There was a time when I was growing up, men who mess with men wouldn't even come to the same parties we was at, because we'd see them on site and be like, that's all I got to say for the streets.
Is this a phobia? Is this a phobia? Where are the ABCDs at? Is this, I'm sorry, a OBIC. I'm sorry. Is this a OBIC statement that we're making right now? Way back in the day, sir, this is not where we are when people can bring up charges against somebody for something they did 30 years ago with today's standards. Now, all of a sudden, you want to talk about how what they used to do. What they used to do in my day, child, roll with the times, child. We going into mid-2026. I'm going to need you to catch up.
To know what I'm talking about.
Right.
On site. But now, gossipy gay men can engage.
You know what? Shout out to Ace Case. That is a great point. That is a great point. All this, you not in my face, you can do when you not in my face. And Anton was in your face. Say it again. Say it again. That's all I heard was say it again. I thought it was on site. I thought it was on site. That was the site. And he said, let's take it outside. But because of the Anton hate, all they hear is that he ain't say it again now, did he? Well, based off of what this man just said, he ain't do nothing on site because they was on site with one another. But, you know, forget all that. Content creators should be concerned with this, in my opinion. But make sure you focus on Anton.
With people like they are somebody who would do that in front of a person they talking about. Because I'm gonna tell you something, man. I could take a lot, but you can't say it in my face.
No, they
you can't say that.
Insert Anton saying SNMD in that portion. I'm just reminding myself when I re-review this video, I'm gonna put it the hell in there. All this talking like we don't have this shit on video already. What the fuck?
My face, there's a whole bunch of these guys that are out there, and it's obvious now. Like at one time, people was like, oh, but now people are like, oh yeah, we know what they're doing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying, when you are being attacked by a guy who's just a guy, that's one thing, Craig. Like one of the homies you hung with or something like that.
Right.
When you are being attacked by a big sassy gay motherfucker that's scared to show his face around these parts because of the bridges he burnt around these parts, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do.
The ABCDs, do y'all have anything to say about this? Bueller? The ABC, T.S. Madison, y'all got anything to say about this, or this is okay? Is this okay? Y'all only come out when it's the more famous people? This man allegedly famous, right? He popping, allegedly, according to him.
People are like, oh yeah, we know what they're doing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm saying, when you are being attacked by a guy who's just a guy, that's one thing, Craig. Like one of the homies you hung with or something like that.
Right.
When you are being attacked by a big sassy gay motherfucker that's scared to show his face around these parts because of the bridges he burnt around these parts, there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. Unfortunately, society will listen to somebody like that, and you can't do nothing. You just hope that they try you one day in your face. In fact, let me recant that. You hope that they don't try you in your face. But I tell you what, this is for all the people who don't know. If you have to go through the court to handle your business now.
100%.
You got to go through the court to handle your business. And when I say handle your business, I'm talking about the same thing y'all talking about. To handle your business, you got to go through the court. It's called serving them with a cease and desist to let them know, listen, this gone too far. So once you know for sure they get that, it justifies other things you may or may not have to do. It's all, look, dude, homie, back in the day, you could just show up in somebody's door. You could sit in their dumpster and wait on them to empty trash.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
I done laid in the bushes before.
Right, I done seen it all.
Yeah.
Nowadays, even though you put the lawyer on them to find out where they at, did you hear what I just said right there?
Right.
You put the lawyer on them to find out where they at. When you find out where they at, that's already upon your way.
Right.
You find out where they at, because now you know where they at. Yeah. And if you're smart, you'll avoid them. But if something ever happens where they run up on you thinking it's a joke, you have legislation at hand where that's what the cease and desist is for. I told them, don't play with me like that. Because I feel like if somebody called you a PDF, that's a challenge for death.
Yeah, that's some shit that ain't.
I know you fucking lying. Wow. This is popping, y'all. News Tick said, fellas, this is why you need to be in your son's life so he's not embarrassing himself later on in life. Woo! Maybe that's the reason why he's always dealing with single moms and putting their businesses out there and talking about how they ain't got no money. You just drop off a couple hundred and the kids come into the room. Like, those are crazy ass stories. Like, those are crazy ass inappropriate stories. He's a comedian. He a comedian. Oh, okay. But Anton said, don't forget that, child. Forget all that. Because I'm telling you, people don't give a fuck about these kids anyway.
Well, that's what the cease and desist is for. I told them, don't play with me like that. Because I feel like if somebody called you a PDF, that's a challenge for death.
Yeah, that's some shit that ain't.
That ain't nothing to play with. So all I'm saying, you can hide out and be sassy on the internet. Keep the camera up to hide how you built. Do that. But if you ever try me in public, I've already warned you. When you have the army of sassy fruit booties after you, they want to egg. And then if you come up out your body, then they be like, oh, he victimized me. Right.
You better not come up out your body. Cause
God knows, dog. I almost came out my body when I made a mistake and had a guest up here.
Yeah.
And they was trying me. Yeah. I almost came out my body, but I am so glad I didn't. So the point I'm trying to make to you, Craig, and everybody else out there, this is not the old world where you just be like, what that motherfucker say? Right. Oh, motherfucker, woo, woo, woo. It's chess, not check. Somebody gonna, you know how they do, they break up they take your look and they put you like you looking sad so they can talk shit about you. how they gonna do the look? It's gonna be
they get you. That AI can make you look however. They good with that AI.
Hey, what these niggas ain't got to do? They alter who you are and then talk shit about you. They feel good about doing it. This gonna be how I'm looking on this jacket like.
They be getting me like a motherfucker. That's a funny motherfucker.
Hey man, these motherfuckers' life ain't shit. They ain't even get no paper for this.
No.
And they do it every week.
They just want to get up under your skin. That's a weird trait in humans. Any other animal, that'll get you ate. To be fucking with something stronger than you like that.
You watch me every week to talk shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
It's comical when you really
but when everybody was watching every week to go out here and agree with you all these years, everything was wonderful. It was all good in the hood. Again, the man that mainly talks about women, black women, but gonna have the nerve to get smoked to Anton about him not talking about white men. Where are all these feminists that care about women? All these women that are all women. Oh, but you're okay with all this, right? Not even the part about Flakko, but just the part like all these years, all this time of him talking about all these women and the videos of words that this man said himself that people are going back and looking at. That's a problem. But when everybody's over here looking back on everything that Anton said, that's okay and that's acceptable. Glaring. It's glaring. This is crazy. Just openly threatened here on the internet, but you playing chess. Got it, child. Got it.
think about it. Like, if you see it happen to another motherfucker, look, when shit happen and you tell people they don't understand it. They're like, why are you tripping? Like, motherfucker, this
hey man, look, like everybody who I don't like, I stay the fuck away from. But it's motherfuckers who don't like you, but watch you every week.
They start calling you lie.
Child, that laugh don't even sound right. That laugh don't even sound real.
And bitches call you out your name like you don't even know me, nigga. How you think?
Hey, man, I ain't never seen no shit like.
Oh, well, does he know Lisa Ray? That was her name. Does he know Lisa Ray? Does he really know Tasha K? Even Kendra Gilliams, just to name a few. Now he does know his own daughter, and given how he talked about his own daughter, it probably is not a surprise how he talked about Anton's kid. But the thing is that typically it's all female. So where the women's at? Where the women's at? Where the feminists at? Where are all the we love women? Where y'all at? Oh yeah, y'all worry about Anton and whether he's having an affair or messing around with this one and that one. That's where it is, because he's a hypocrite because he says he's a Christian. All that bullshit. Which, talk about him, okay? Forget all this, you feminists, because you love women so much. It's all about women, right? Okay. Just because they met on that show doesn't mean he really knows her. This is what I'm saying. I'm talking about, you know, somebody in real life, like you know their life. He talked about everybody. He's talked about every woman in a negative, nasty, not every woman, but just the way that he talks about the women that he deals with should have been enough. That's why the blogs have posted him so much, because it's disgusting the way that he talks about women. But all of a sudden, women don't give a damn. It's only when Anton says something that it's a problem. See, I just like to show how hypocritical people are in this situation anyway, because I honestly don't give a damn. But there's a problem here from a couple of different perspectives. The one is the fact that he's coming for content creators. So content creators should be concerned, because I don't think it's going to amount to anything, but it could set a precedent. And then at that point, if they're going to try to say that nobody can talk about anybody, then what in the hell is anybody going to do? Now, I know there's other things, but most of the things on YouTube are reactions. They're reaction channels. So what y'all are doing with regard to Anton, it's a reaction. It's content, but it's reactionary. And so if he's going to make us think about that in the black sector, mind you, this is a person that likes blacks and cares about blacks, but only when they say good stuff about him. Now, I'm not going to mention the names of the content creators that he's had on that he supports, but a lot of those people that he supports that we know, and there's no shade against them, you know what they do? They talk about women, as do I, right? Accountability for women, putting out what women are doing, and ain't nobody got nothing to say. And he was all good in the hood with all that. Say that Corey is wonderful, speak positively about him. Everybody all good with all that. Now that there's some critique and some criticism, now we got to do cease and desist, and everybody is ABC. Well, no, he came right out and said gay now. So I feel like, personally, allegedly, he definitely in his feelings because he ain't even saying Backdoria anymore. Now everybody is sassy and gay, child.
Before, hey man, the world is over. This is the result of single moms.
Yeah, that's some real shit, man.
Raising a boy to look at a nigga he want to talk shit about and get attention for it. Well, if he know he was in your face, you would slap the shit out of him.
Showed up on a couple people's page, man. There's some nigga that says name. Some little buff strong nigga on the East Coast. He a preacher. He put
a lot of these niggas ain't even got kids.
Yeah.
And think they fooling somebody.
So what y'all think about what Corey had to say about Poetik, Flakko, and everybody else who has something else to say on the internet? Do you think he is justified for taking the legal route? Or do you think he's just doing too much because he's embarrassed?
Well, obviously, we know that he's definitely, I feel like he's hurting monetarily, regardless of what he won't say, because he's already said it once in the beginning. And then blaming TLC, child, TMZ. And it's everybody else's fault, and he don't do anything wrong, which is typically what women say. All this accountability, child. Long as you talking about women and talking negatively about women, it's all good in the hood. Now that the tides have changed, just like with what Anton is doing, now everybody butt hurt, taking out this, taking out that, fighting back. But when y'all was, when it was you, it was okay. When you was doing it, it was all good in the hood. So I'm just trying to understand how long it is that you gonna put up with some bullshit, and then somebody decides that they not putting up with your bullshit, and then you want to cry foul. Corey been talking about black people. He been talking about black women in particular, and clearly been giving up some stories about minors all these years by his own mouth and words. By his own mouth and words. But it's not true, and nobody should do that. But it's okay to talk about Anton and go back on his videos. And y'all are all good in the hood. Not y'all, you know what I'm saying. Y'all all good in the hood with that. It's all good. You ain't a problem with that. So you be going. And then Anton says something. Now, all of a sudden, he not a real man. He's sassy. It's really interesting how quick it goes to ABCDism when it comes to y'all sassy straights. But it's acceptable for some reason or another. It's always y'all's fault, no matter what. And I guess that's it. Okay. So at this point, we shall see what happens next. I did have another video, but I don't have time for it because I gotta get to work. But I'll be back later. I don't know if I can do a lunchtime show, but y'all make sure you hit the like button for me. Subscribe to Rumble for me. Subscribe here if you have not. If you see anything, send it to me. But I'll be on the lookout today to see what else comes out, because I'm sure there'll be other people that have something to say. And we might have to go back over this tonight. Tonight, I'll probably come on at about 6:15 after I come back from the gym. And hopefully y'all will be here. I see you. I appreciate y'all. I see you all in the next one.